Hello there, everyone. This is Neko Knight here, getting ready to play Techtonica. Alright, so I will say that I do record a bunch of these back to back, and if I don't get to your comments right away, I'm sorry. I do work a full-time job, and I do take care of my family, so that's why I record these back to back. But anyways, thank you for comments and everything else. Today we've got a few goals to get done. The first one is to start automating the cores, partly because there's a certain thing you want to do for optimization, at least my personal opinion, and that is to try and get all the purple core research done as soon as possible. Some of these things I feel are a tad expensive, but hey. So in the process, you're going to want, after you get the basics, personal opinion, don't worry about the bio brick, just skip it for now. You're going to want the planter, the thresher, the assembler, you're going to want the filter assembler, you're going to want the crank connect without a doubt, the accumulator, the basic construction, and then eventually you're going to want this because this will allow you to pull out any of the purple cores. So once you've completed all purple research, you can tear down all the purple cores and convert them into blue cores, which means you'll eventually be at negative whatever, but that doesn't matter once you're into blue. But for now, you don't worry about that. So now there's a thing in here called this little book. This shows you a potential optimal way to place these. As you can see, the way to place the double threshers, you want 2 feeding, 3 extracting, then you want to have 4 inserting, and it looks like 2 extracting. After that, you send it over to the process, the assembler, and that looks like you want about 6 on that to deal with all that. At least that's the looks. So I don't know if that's the most optimal way, but hey. So we're gonna get this set up. I probably should get more things going. From what I can tell, you want about like 4 to 5 of these. So looking at this, I want to have 2 feeding into it. And then I want to have 3 extracting. Which means I think that should give me 2 extracting for seeds. So we're gonna need, so that means we're gonna want this to feed roughly like here. We want this to be fed with the things, which means that and that. So we're gonna want these to basically go, oops, not that way. There we go. This way. Oops. I gotta leave space for this. I'm used to other factory games. Alright, now we can undo that. And we can take this right there. Perfect. So that goes there, 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 there. We're gonna need to craft, what is it? Base building? There we go. That should be plenty enough for at least a little bit. We're gonna need to basically go in a circle around here, which means now we need to have a seed, something that feeds the seeds into here. Oops, nope, not there. And And part of the reason why I say get the crank connect thing. Now, personal opinion on this, what they should do instead, because I find the bio brick to be stupid, is what they should do is remove the crank connector research and instead make that automatic for the crank generator, but convert this to a water wheel connect instead. That way you have to research this in order to connect the water wheel. I will accept that, and that will make the game a lot more fun, because once you get these and then these automatically connect and crank together, that's perfect. You can adjust the cost of these in order to make it worth connecting, but then you can have that. Another suggestion is, because we're going to end up producing unwanted materials. For example, well, for me, that's going to be... Nope. Nope. This. Kindlevine extract. Because you either have to run it through the smelter to convert it into limestone, or I don't know what the hell else you're using it for. But as of right now, it's useless as hell. So now that we've got that in there, we've got these right here, which means we gotta pull this out here and here. That means... Oh, right. I gotta convert those to whatever you call them. We're gonna have to loop this around and have it feed back in over here and have a storage chest too. We're gonna need a storage without a doubt. But these have to be, not those. They need to be, do I have them? That is the question. Yes, we're gonna need those. And the biggest reason why is as soon as I get here.
Filter inserters are especially critical for machines like threshers that produce both seeds and plant matter. You might not want to have different things spitting out to the same line or getting pulled into the same machine. And the filter inserter is going to help you with that.
Alright, and then we're going to want these here, pulling out this. So now that we've got that, and we've got the seeds going in there, that goes into there. Now we need to get the others set up, which means... Wait. We only need about 3 of them pulling out, but we'll set it up to 4. And then we'll have 4 being generated over here, which means we now need this. Oops, spin it around. Woo! We need to put a gap. Perfect. Now this one we can simply make them all this. And then from there, that's going to produce, I forget what the the extract and the other crud, which... we're gonna need we're gonna have to get the extract out of this somehow, and all that. The problem is I don't know if these are going to keep up with this, and we need more of those stupid things. Sweet. I went ahead and set up this here just so that I can get some research going and all that fun stuff. As you can see, it's just a quick little dump the cores. Alright, now that we've got that, we should be able to get that. And I don't really care about the long right now. What I do want is the MDR speed, because until you get the electric, this will efficientify your fuel. So if you're using plant matter, and let's say you get 4 ore per 1 plant matter, this can make it where you get 5 to 6 per plant matter instead. which means you're now making more from that plant matter. I might just go for the stupid...
Task inbound. Filter inserters. Must be configured to transfer materials and products of a selected type. Electrical power required.
We'll get those going for now. So we have that going there. We'll need the plant things going there. So next we're going to need the assemblers. Eventually my goal is to set up so that, not for this, to set up, we'll put a gap here, and you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. This here, we don't have to worry about all that. We just grab that and that. We can throw the belt. This should take care of that. So I believe we can take that and that. And then we can take this because we're going to need about 180 of them. I don't know if these will keep up. Then we need to... speaking of earlier, I got distracted most likely if I didn't say it, but I would appreciate a burner. So let's say, for example, this is producing candlevine extract. I don't want to send it through the smithy, whatever the hell you want to call it. I just want to get rid of it. So if we have an ability to make a burner that generates electricity, and what you can do is you can make it where it burns the material at half the fuel cost. So let's say you have, what is it? This has a fuel power of 35. If you feed it into the burner, it has the fuel power is cut in half, rounded down to the nearest whole number. For example, this would be 17.5. You round it down, it's 17 fuel power instead when thrown into the fuel burn. At which point it generates electricity. I don't know what that amount of electricity would be, but let's say it generates half as much as power as a crank, and that's just an example. Right now I need to get rid of the candlevine. So chances are I'm gonna have to just do this. Actually, I could probably close that up a lot more tighter. And depending on how fast this feeds, I'll simply just feed onto here. So now that we have at least the basics set up, we can throw that in, throw that in, throw that in, throw that in, and throw that in. So once we got that going, that should pull out the vines. The vines should go in here. The seeds should come here and feed into here. We're going to need to extend this out. And we're going to want to have a storage. Alright, that stupid thing's in the way. We're gonna need to make more floors. Alright, that should be enough floors. Hopefully. $60, $55, perfect. Alright. Oh no, I still gotta add another. Well, actually, no, I don't. I can simply just put here. Not that way. Nope. There we go. Now we can have that all feeding into there. Not that way. And that. Put that in there and that in there. That right there. Perfect. We should have this all going now. This should all start feeding. Once we figure out how this all goes, then we can be good to go. And thresh 20 kindlevine to produce kindlevine stems. Once you get kindlevine stems, you can all do that. Power usage. Do those not. There we go. Perfect. Now this will generate the seeds.
Threshing initiated.
Oh, oops.
Be advised that all generated outputs must be relieved for production without disruption.
Alright, that should be good enough. This will take care of anything that needs to be taken care of. Those will feed where they need to feed. That will deal with that. This will make that and that. That should take care of that. Now we've got those being made, which, yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. So we'll wrap this around to here. We'll throw these onto here. We'll throw one more here. That should take care. This way I can at least take care of all this. Then we need to output this. So we'll take 2 of those. Dump that there. Actually, no, we're gonna have to wrap this around and dang it. We'll get a few of these because we need to make sure this is being emptied fast enough. Otherwise, we're gonna back up like this here. Yeah, so it looks like we need 2 of these machines to handle roughly 1 of these machines. So I'm gonna have to fix this up later. Alright, I forgot I need to get this. Oops. I need to get the plant frames going, otherwise we're going to be stuck. Perfect. Now, if this can actually store stuff in it, in other words, accumulate to a max stack, that would be actually very, very greatly appreciated. For now, I'll just rob what I can from these and just simply dump them into here instead and make some of the frames myself. This way I can actually progress to the next area. That's making 2 at a time. So it looks like I need to, right now this playthrough isn't about efficiency, it's more about just getting the job done and figuring out things as we go. And it looks like I definitely need to get at least 2 or 3 more planters or assemblers going for the amount of plant fiber stuff being made. Once we get the frames done, I'm going to convert this over into plant fiber or plant matter, and then I'm going to start feeding this all over to the place. In other words, I'm going to have one over there at the iron or copper, one over there at the copper or iron. I don't remember which one's which. And then we'll have one at limestone, and all that other fun stuff. And we'll be getting this all set up to automate whatever you call it. Are we not generating enough seeds? No, we're not right now. Does one vine generate like one seed? So we have to get a couple more of these going into it. Once we get enough of these things going at once, we'll be good to go. Alright, that's growing, that's growing, that's growing. I gotta get more of these vines growing. Oh. That's the other thing you gotta keep an eye out on for. Alright. Those aren't moving fast enough. So I may have to convert one. Actually, that's not gonna matter. How the hell am I supposed to keep up with this? Because this is just going to town. Unless there's another upgrade for these, I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with that. Alright, well, let's make more plant fiber stuff ourselves. We're at 24, 64, we're halfway there. I'm gonna go grab my other stuff that I have going. Once we get this upgraded, we'll be good to go. I do have a ridiculous amount of, iron and copper going because I kind of went ahead and started up all that from previously. Oop. From when we were first starting up. That's my copper and iron grinding area. Once this area is all set up for the cores, once I show you the cores are all set up and everything, we'll simply get over to that. One thing that I do like about this is if you point at these at the right angle, you can tell how much fuel is left. Like 104, 103, 104, 105, all that fun stuff. You can also see here 200, 200. So I'm going to have to refuel these pretty soon. And it also tells you how much of each item you have in each container. For example, this one I have 3,300 iron, 3,300 copper. So we need... That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. That should be all I need. Now all I have left to do is get the frames. And eventually I'll learn what the most optimal method to setting everything up will be. In other words, how much of each thing to generate each setup we need. But I really, really would appreciate the ability for these items to stack up to their max stacks. This way I can figure out what I need to change, what I need to do whatever. Although I guess it doesn't matter if it's max or not. I'm going to get more seeds cycling through. Basically, you're going to want a bunch of seeds going at one time. If I remember correctly though, these should give you one seed to one or 2 seeds to 1 vine, but I could be completely wrong. 1 and oh no, it's just 1 to 1. So yeah, the biggest issue is not having enough seeds on the belt right now. So at this point, there's really no point in worrying about something like this just yet. Until I get a... Actually, here, we'll just throw this on to here. Once I get more seeds, we can actually deal with that later. 500. We're at 43. Yeah, we're filling up fast. Alright. Activate. Oh! I'm generating more power. I'm consuming more power than I can generate. I'm gonna have to throw down some more crank generators. Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have to basically throw down more of these here. If I cannot place here, I'll simply remove... Actually, you know what? I'll just remove all of this anyways right here. And we'll just put this on a loop in the event that this all gets done. Oops. Flip nuggets. Ah, I hate that. Sometimes you've got to play around with this in order to make it dang it. Eventually, I hope this gets a little bit more reworked. There we go. Throw a couple more seeds on. We're gonna throw down some more cranks, and hopefully we can get this... Dang it, we need more floors. But before we use up all of our stuff, we're gonna need to go up to here and activate the next tier or next setup. Because, boop, boop. Oh, flip nuggets, we're almost there. But at least we have the iron. So now we need more of these. $13, $28, perfect. Now we can throw down more of these. Alright, almost set up. Alright. One more crank. Dang it. Now let's get the crank down. Perfect. Once we get, we're gonna have to get more set up pretty soon. And we're also gonna have to get a bunch more accumulators because right now we have a lot of electricity that's going to waste that we could be accumulating to help us out. Alright, I'm hoping to finish up the last bit here, and like I said, I don't know how the hell we're gonna deal with this. I don't know what the most, like I said, don't know the most efficient method just yet. Eventually we'll figure it out. I'm sure people already have, but hey. Ah, you flip nuggets. Here. This should give me just enough to do it. 10 more. Perfect. Once we get this unlocked, I'm gonna reset this up to generate I'm gonna reset this up so that I can start automating what do you call it, purple cores, and then I'm gonna get all the research and all that. So the next episode will be setting this up for purple core automation. Then after that I'll grind for all the purple cores. Then we'll do some more research and we'll progress to the next age. Or next tier, whatever you want to call it. Upgrade. The question is... Oh. I do have the copper, I do have the iron, I do not have the processor unit, and we do not have the Atlantum ore.
Terminal upgraded. New technologies and recommended tasks available.
Power amp? Ooh, yes, I want power amp and water wheel. And this one will be nice too if we can figure out where the hell that is. So yeah, this is why you're gonna need to get a bunch of crud set up, and we're gonna have to find the other things here. Core cluster. I'm not sure what the hell that's supposed to do just yet, but hey. And then from there we can figure out increase threshing speed of base speed, increase speed of assemblers. So yeah, this is gonna increase your speed and all that other fun stuff, which, tell you the truth, I have no clue how the hell my what is it, how the hell these are supposed to keep up, unless fast inserters can work as filter inserters too. If they can, great.
The tech tree is really opening up now, Breaker. Water wheels and mining charges are both going to be things I promise you won't know how you got this far without. Cooling systems will probably help you open up a lot of broken, overheated facility doors in the sector too. And keep an eye out for those blue research core fragments.
Sweet. Yeah, nope. So I'm not sure how the hell we're supposed to be making how the hell these are supposed to keep up with these, because even if you like removed one of these off here, or even switched out two of these to fast inserters and remove this, it still would not be able to keep up, because you would only have 3 and 3. So some of these machines need to be reorganized on their entrances and exits. Like, they need to be optimized or something. Like, maybe put a third one here and a third one here, so that way we can have 3 of them feeding in here, 3 of them feeding here, or maybe put 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and 4 on this side. Or something, because yeah, look at this. This is like outproducing the inserters by a ridiculous amount. Anyways, for now, if you guys enjoyed this little setup and all that fun stuff, hopefully you guys come back for more. If not, I understand, and I'm gonna be switching this out to this. and I don't know what the hell I'll need that for, but hey. Anyways, if you want to see more of this series, check out the in-screen credits. And if you want to see other games I play, check out my channel. I do play other games in the process. And if you want to be added onto the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain period of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed and you come back for more. I'm going to get ready for the next episode, and that's going to be effectively automating the purple cores. And then from there, we'll start automating power and plant and all that other fun stuff. So, bye-bye, and see you next time.